Hey everyone, Dan here with eBEFOREi Video Reviews. Hope everyone's doing well. This is going to be something that is a little bit different than what I normally do. This is going to be what I'll come up with a name for it, but basically it's subscriber content. I'm calling it subscriber content because I'm not going to promote it anywhere. It's not going on Twitter, it's not going on Facebook, it's not going on my own website, but it's just if you subscribe to my feed, you'll see these things pop up every so often. And it's not going to be reviews more so than just maybe some insight, maybe some afterthoughts on a figure that I've reviewed previously. If I come up with any problems on anything, I'll be sure to let you guys know. And let me know how you like these kinds of things and if I should do them more frequently or just, every once in a while. Today I wanted to talk real quick about Ultra Magnus. Now, something very interesting happened to my Ultra Magnus figure. When I reviewed this guy, I liked him okay. I thought that he turned out pretty well. He's a bit of a shell former in a way, but he looks great on the shelf. And the other day, I said that I was going to do this in my video review. I wanted to glue his ball joints just in his arms, just to give him a bit more, just a bit more something, so that when I put that big heavy weapon in his arms, this guy right here, when I put this inside, it won't flop to the ground. So I did just that finally. On this time later, I glued these joints the other day and worked out pretty well. Started turning them around, and as it was drying, getting real nice and stiff. Well, what happened? Take a look in here. This is not the same figure, by the way. What ended up happening is this little peg in between the ball joint and the rest of the arm is so skinny and disproportionate that as soon as that glue dried even a little bit, as I started turning this arm, it was forming stress marks. And I didn't notice it right away. So I'm doing both arms and I'm just moving them back and forth. I had stress marks in both, and before I knew it, it twisted, and the whole thing just basically turned into a little threaded piece of plastic just hanging there limply, and it, ultimately fell off. Same thing happened on the other arm. I mean, at that point I didn't care because there's no repairing damage like that. So I had Magnus with no arms. He was in a battle, and he didn't win that battle. So yeah, I felt horrible. I've never done that to a toy, so I feel really awful that happened. So I guess the takeaway here is, if you want to make this guy's arms a bit more tight, don't use super glue. You can use some furniture wax. You can use maybe some nail polish. And my recommendation is to just paint the ball joint and then let it dry. Then reattach it, move it around, and make sure that it's stiff. And if you feel any tension at all, you're probably going to end up breaking that joint. So I felt really bad. And it's funny, you don't realize how much you miss a figure until he's not on your shelf anymore. And this is a guy that I really missed. I had him standing on my front line with Optimus Prime and Grimlock and Blaster and all these Voyager figures that looked great together. And I really missed out in not having him there. So popped into my local Toys R Us. They had one more Magnus left, and I didn't even hesitate. And it's funny because before I broke this, I honestly don't think that I would have, if someone asked me, hey, if you break your Magnus, you're going to replace it another $30 later? Heck no. I didn't love the guy that much. And, it turns out that I did. And I know that I don't feel that way about all my characters, but this one, he looks so good in robot mode that I really wanted to have him continue to be a part of my shelf family, so to speak. The nice thing about breaking your Magnus is you get an extra arm cannon. It only comes with one. And now I've got two of the BFGs. Indeed. So that's pretty cool. Like that a lot. So that's pretty much it. Again, I thank you all so much for all of the support that I've gotten for my channel. And again, this is just a little bonus video. I'll try to keep it under 5 minutes. You can follow me right here at youtube.com/eBEFOREiNet. Also on Facebook at facebook.com/eBEFOREi. And on Twitter at E_before_I. Thanks for watching.